Today on Navigating Retirement, we're going to talk to our wealth advisors about the Customer Relationship Model Phase 2, otherwise known as CRM2. David, now for investors, what in the world is this?
Well, it dates back probably 10 years ago when it was initiated. It's a customer relationship model. And it's really enforcing regulations to help provide more transparency. And so, the first phase that came in on CRM2 was in July 15th, 2014. And that was really about pre-trade disclosure and making sure that proper benchmarks were used. July 15th of 2015, there's more regulations coming in, and that's more about transparency of costs and reporting on performance. And they've extended it because there's some challenges with it. So
Jeff, most investors are familiar with management expense ratios, or at least what they're being charged for, 1 or 2%, for example, for funds. Does this mean more transparency then? What kinds of fees, I guess, will investors see on their statements?
From an overall perspective, you will see trailing commissions, deferred sales charge. They're working towards full management expense ratios, but they're not. There's still some things to be hammered out with it. Transactional commissions, management fees, annual fees. So really, essentially, most costs that a client pays or an investor pays to have their money managed is going to be on that statement.
Now, it costs money, doesn't it, David? You got to pay for your
does.
advisor. It costs a little bit, at least.
That's
anyways.
right. Hey, somebody's got to be paid somehow, right? Yeah. So they've got time they've got to spend, and traditionally a lot of these fees have been hidden. So there's one of the implications of customer relationship management, customer relationship model. I keep getting that wrong.
It's a tough one.
CRM2.
CRM2.
Yeah, let's just call it that.
That's right. So one of the implications of that is that there's been a shift to more fee-based versus a transactional type model. And I think that opens things up so that people can see exactly what they're paying.
So, Jeff, would that be, for example, you just pay your advisor 2% or 3% or whatever it is, and then you could make as many trades, for example, as you wanted? Or?
Yeah, I mean, typically a fee-based account runs somewhere between 1% to 2% a year. Okay. And within that model, depending on if you're like a discretionary model, which means that you've got advisors trading on your behalf, they'll make as many trades as they need to manage your account properly. Typically in a regular fee-based account where the client is still involved, there will be a set number of trades you're allowed per year. And usually it's a fairly substantial number, so within that, but yeah.
So ultimately this is good for investors. David, your website, in case people have questions?
Yourlifeyourplan.ca.